You're listening to KUCI 88.9 FM in Irvine.
The opinions and views expressed in this program do not reflect those of KUCI, its management, or the UC Board of Regents. To find out more about this talk show or other talk shows broadcasting on KUCI, log on to our website at kuci.org or check out the latest program guide.
This is Ashton Marcus, and I'm on location at Antaeus Theater Company for their presentation of Diana of Dobson's.
Hi, my name is Ashton Marcus. I'm with KUCI 88.9 FM in Irvine, and I'm here with
Tony Amendola.
Incidentally, I loved you as Geppetto in Once Upon a Time.
Thank you very much. Yeah.
So, question: with all the parts you can be playing right now, all the work you can get, why do you want to do this play?
Well, it goes back to why you want to do theater at all. I like to do at least one play a year because it takes me back to sort of, we're in a profession that goes back 2,500 years. And to touch base with that and to make that connection and then go to film and television or voiceover is a wonderful, wonderful thing. And I just love the variety, so I hope I never stop doing plays. So.
Great, and which character did you play tonight?
I play Sir Jabus Grindley.
What's your take on Sir Jabus?
Well, Sir Jabus is he's blue collar money. He came up from nothing, and then sort of created this world. And he's sort of an interesting character because just when you think you know who he is, you realize he has a story too. So and in this time of income inequality and work and all of those things, it's important to forget that some people work really hard to get where they work. There's an assumption that somehow that if you are successful, that you've been given a leg up, and certainly not this character. He talks about it. So.
It's also, it talks about the ugliness, about being rich, but this character had had a grittiness to him, so he was kind of like a hard-working guy, but he was actually had a darkness to him too, because he was a bit of a tyrant.
Well, he's a bit of a tyrant, and he's wounded. He's wounded by the same thing. He's looked down upon. There's an assumption that society is based on intelligence and class and breeding, and he proves that no, society is based on money. And if we don't understand that in America, let alone Britain, so he's sort of the barbarian at the gates in a kind of way. But he's if you know Chekhov, he's the Lopukhin character from Cherry Orchard.
A lot of people say a feminist wrote this. I really don't think it's just a play for women. I mean, women will enjoy it, but this is not a feminist. What do you think? Is it a feminist show?
Well, yeah, I mean, it's a human show. It's a humanist show, yes, and I think there's definitely a feminist bent to it, suffragette and all of those. But I think it has a wider application. Until we sort of break down the barriers of women are being wronged, or these people of color are being wronged, or so and so, and we realize as a society to lift all, then we'll be somewhere. Until we're there, we're just a fractured bunch, sort of, with the moral outrage that seems to be a disease these days.
Well, I loved everyone's performance. I thought everyone was fantastic.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you very much for being on the show.
Thank you. All the best.
Hi, my name is Ashton Marcus. I'm at KUCI 88.9 FM in Irvine. Now I'm here with...
Hi, I'm Abigail Marks. I'm playing Diana and Diana of Dobson's. We opened tonight in Glendale at the Antaeus Theater Company, and it's going to be a wonderful run of a show. Diana is so ahead of her time. The play was written 100 years ago, and it feels like the dialogue could have been written yesterday. She's unapologetic. She's funny. She's moving. It's the kind of part that all actors dream to play, and I feel so lucky to go on this ride. I just keep using the word thrilling. I think the ride is a thrilling ride to go on.
I agree. I thought she was captivating, mesmerizing. I fell in love with her. I loved her grit. I loved her strength. I loved her intelligence. She was so charming and so eloquent, and I think a lot had to do with your acting.
Thank you so much. To get the opportunity to play a part like this I'm so honored, and I'm surrounded by such amazing actors that it makes my job easier, even though I have a lot to do. I really just have to focus on other people and be in service to them, and that's my performance, is working with them. So I'm completely thrilled and honored to get to do it, and I can't wait for the rest of the run.
If my viewers decide to come by and see this piece, what should they expect to see?
Oh, I think your viewers will get to see a play that has heart and deep messages about feminism and workers' rights, but it's in this gorgeous package of a romantic comedy. So everybody is alive in the desire and effort to create human connection. And Diana, who goes from being an island alone completely in the world, is able to create this unending connection with a man who she deeply loves, even though she doesn't think it's possible to have it. So that's what I think you'll see.
Well, I thought it was kind of a little bit like Cinderella, but also like a modern movie. You know, basically where, again, it is G-rated, so you don't have to worry about bringing your children here. But the acting here, they were very adult in their acting. They're very intelligent, very eloquent, and they're very realistic. So that's why I just loved your performance tonight.
Thank you so much. I'm so glad you enjoyed the show. Thank you for coming.
All right, thank you very much for being on this show.
My pleasure.
Hi, my name is Ashton Marcus. I'm with KUCI 88.9 FM in Irvine, and I'm here with
John Bobek. The play that we're doing is called Diana of Dobson's. It's a turn-of-the-century romantic comedy written by a contemporary of George Bernard Shaw, a female contemporary, and this is sort of her response to Pygmalion, and it's a lot of fun.
And which character did you play?
I play Captain Victor Bretherton. He's great. He's a little puppy dog who doesn't understand his privilege in the first bits of the show, and then something happens that wounds his pride pretty hard, and he has to make good on that. So you have to come see the show to find out.
You know, someone once said all men are just old children.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's probably right. It certainly is in this play.
Yeah. So if my viewers decide to come out and see this piece, what should they expect to see?
I think that they should expect to see a little-known gem. It's like if George Bernard Shaw had written Cinderella from a female perspective, and Cicely Hamilton writing this play, she was wonderful. It's a lot of fun. I think that people who've never heard of this play, they should come and they should see it.
I agree, but also the acting was fantastic, because it's like Cinderella, but very realistic. The acting had a lot to do with that.
Oh, thank you so much for saying so, man. Thank you.
Okay. Well, once again, I love the piece. I thought it was very timely. It was like it could have been written today. Basically, the acting was fantastic. You guys were fantastic. I really loved it. Thank you very much for being on the show.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Hi, my name is Ashton Marcus. I'm with KUCI 88.9 FM in Irvine, and I'm here with...
I'm Rhonda Aldrich. I was just playing Lady Cantaloupe this evening, and it was our opening night, and it's very exciting.
So what's your take on Lady Cantaloupe?
Well, she's a little crazy, and she's very determined to get her nephew married to somebody with money so she can get him off of her payroll. So.
Actually, I think the writer, she's kind of like the heroine, but also kind of like you. Has a lot to say about, basically the way she treats men.
Oh, right. Well, my feeling is that Mrs. Cantaloupe her husband died when she was young, and he left restrictions that she couldn't remarry. And so she's very pissed off about that.
If my viewers decide to come by and see this piece, what should they expect to see?
Oh, they should expect to see a great romp, and they should have a ton of fun and laugh and have a great time.
Well, I loved your performance. Your performance kind of takes me back to what someone once said. Men are basically very old children. You know what I mean?
Right.
If you saw your performance, they'd understand what that meant.
Okay. Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Thank you very much for being on the show. Hi, my name is Ashton Marcus. I'm with KUCI 88.9 FM in Irvine. And who are you?
Hi, I am Lynn Milgram. Well, we just opened a show called Diana of Dobson's at the Antaeus Theatre Company, and it's a big success. Everybody should come out and see it. It's a fantastic show. I know I'm not objective, but I saw the other cast do it, and I was just blown away. So, yes.
And which characters did you play?
I play a snooty lady and then a homeless person. Mrs. White Fraser and the old woman. Okay.
So what's your take on Mrs. Fraser?
Well, she's a product of her time. She's just of her society and her time.
If my viewers decide to come by and see this piece, what should they expect to see?
A really good show. A fantastic show.
I really loved it. I thought it was kind of like Cinderella a little bit, but, more realistic. You know what I mean?
Yes, definitely like Cinderella. But with wonderful costumes and sets and magic. Magic is made every minute in the show. So come on out and see it.
Plus, I loved your performance also. Thank you very much for being on the show.
Thank you.
Hi, my name is Ashton Marcus. I'm a KUCI 88.9 FM in Irvine, and I'm here with
Ben Atkinson. I'm playing Police Constable Fellows in The Waiter in Diana of Dobson's at NTS Theater Company, and I couldn't be happier that we had what seems to be a really well-received opening night, and I'm just happy to be here.
And what's your take on your favorite characters?
Oh, I love all the characters so much, but I think the one that we all love above all is Diana. She's phenomenal. She's a woman out of her time, ahead of her time, and it's really fantastic the way that Abby brings it to life, and what it says about society and how far we haven't come is pretty profound. So I'm fascinated by it, and I love her so much.
Actually, the take on the favorite character you played.
Sure. On my characters, my favorite characters, it's hard to say. I love playing both the Waiter and Constable Fellows. Fellows is a lot of fun as a sort of an average guy who finds an old friend in a place he doesn't expect to find him, which is a fun thing to play. And the Waiter it's always fun. I love Downton Abbey, so it's always fun to play one of those roles and imagine what they would be thinking behind the scenes.
If my viewers decide to come by and see this piece, what should they expect to see?
Oh, they're going to see a very funny, very ahead of its time, early 20th century play that is feminist in its sensibilities and very clever in its writing.
I thought it was almost like Cinderella, but very, how should I put it, very realistic. Not like fairy godmothers or pumpkins turning the carriages. Right. It's about a real life situation of a person who finds himself of a person who finds herself in that way.
Yeah, absolutely agree with that. I also think of George Bernard Shaw's Pygmalion too as an example, because it's sort of the opposite of that, where in that one it was this wealthy white guy who brings essentially a shop girl or street urchin up into society and trains her, and he's like her savior, whereas here it's the other way around. You've got a shop girl who by her own authority finds her way into high society and kind of gives them what for.
Well, I really loved the performance. Thought it was hilarious. Very enjoyable. Thank you very much for being on the show.
No, thank you. I appreciate it. I hope you enjoy the party.
Hi, my name is Ashton Marcus. I'm with KUCI 88.9 FM in Irvine, and I'm here with...
Hi, I'm Desiree Mijung. Thanks for coming to the show.
Great. And which characters did you play?
I played Miss Smithers. Miss Smithers is one of the more seasoned shop girls. She has accepted her fate of being single the rest of her life and tries to live vicariously through Diana when she gets to inherit all of her money.
If my viewers decide to come by and see this piece, what should they expect to see?
An entertaining story with some very profound issues.
The playwright of this play was actually a feminist. She was actually working with Herbert Bernard Shaw. Question, is this a woman's play?
I think so.
Yeah, well, I'm a man. I kind of enjoyed it.
Good. Men can enjoy women's plays.
I'm surprised, because this was written such a long time ago. It seems like, it's out of time. I mean, this is a play for today where a woman is a hero, whether she's strong, she's independent, she tells men. The men are kind of, are mesmerized by her. But, I mean, it was written such a long time ago. What are your thoughts on that?
I think Cecily Hamilton just picked up on some issues that, unfortunately, are still present today.
Well, I love you guys acting. I loved your acting particularly, too. You guys are fantastic. Thank you very much for being on the show.
Thanks so much.
Diana of Dobson's will be playing at NTS Theater Company from April 11th to June 3rd. For more information, go to www.antius.org. This is Ashton Marcus, and I'm on location at the New American Theater for the world premiere of boxing lessons.
Hi, my name is Ashton Marcus. I'm with KUCI 88.9 FM in Irvine. I'm here with...
How you doing? I'm Jack. I'm the director. My full name is Jack Stalin.
Great. And so what play did you direct?
Well, we just watched Boxing Lessons by John Bunzel, and we're the New American Theater. And, you know, the play was only written last year. We had a script 8 weeks ago that has been completely reworked. So that whole process took us 8 weeks, and we completely rewrote the thing. So you saw a daring experiment.
Okay. So question, why did you decide to do this piece? I mean, what did you like about it?
I think the most important thing is, in life, really, is honesty. Because honesty is the only clean path to wherever you're going. Otherwise, you're carrying bags, you're standing behind a shadow, you're not who you are. And so this play for me speaks to that. You know, what is it to hide and want to tell the lies, to shape a life that isn't really yours? The best thing you can do is live your life as it truly is. And that's what the play is trying to say, I think.
What I also got from the play was also, this was just an exaggeration of one's life. Because they probably had some happy times. I mean, they probably liked the dog. They probably had good childhood together at times.
Oh, of course.
It's just this is the highlight of all the dysfunction, all the garbage. In a sense, it's everyone's life. Everyone has life like this.
Exactly. And in experiences when, like, for instance, coming together to bury somebody in the family, to go through the funeral process and the letting go, it opens up stuff. It opens up wounds. So setting it in that time, it creates a purging moment. So, of course, everything that's going to rush to the moment is the tough stuff. That's when it happens, at funerals, at weddings. You know, when families come together in a heightened moment is when things can really happen. You know, and I think that's the case in this.
Yeah, it was kind of healing, kind of a closure. Kind of saying a farewell, you know what I mean?
Exactly. We worked on the ending to try to create a thing where, in a way, from the grave, with that note, Paul was saying, I wrote my life. At least I'm saying I'm taking responsibility for it. I don't want to continue living, but the question is, what are you going to do now? Because we're starting right now. You can choose how you're going to write your life. So what are you going to do? And that's what he's saying to them from the grave, which is kind of cool.
You know, 80% of a director's job is casting. What do you look for in casting?
Oh, casting is so crucial. And in this particular case, I think the casting really makes the difference. I mean, these actors are amazing. But casting, I always say to my students or anybody that I'm working with, it is crucial. That is not just a saying, as I'm sure you know. Because the ingredients that make you who you are as a person, when you bring that to your work, you have to dare to give what you are. And the best chance an actor has of really revealing the depth of themselves is to be appropriately cast in a story that is close. The farther away you are from the story, the more difficult it's going to be to go where it is. And so that's why casting is so important.
Yeah, but what do you look for in your casting?
Well, first of all, I look for good actors. I look for technique in acting. I look for actors who know how to play the game. So you can cast the perfect person sometimes with an actor who doesn't know how to play this game. And that can be devastating and terrible. So you want to get the right person, but you also want a craftsperson that knows how to do it. And that's the trick, bringing both of those things together.
I thought you did a fantastic job in casting, because in a sense this play could have been very messy. You could have gotten people who I would have just hated this play. Again, if someone tried to dominate, if they were just fighting each other, if they didn't sing in a really good chorus, if their timing wasn't perfect. So they just did a fantastic job.
Oh, thank you. I'm so glad you feel that way. I agree. And the actors make it. I mean, the writing is terrific. I did the best I could, but the actors are everything. I'm a real believer in actors.
Well, once again, I really loved the performance. I loved your direction also. Thank you very much for being on the show.
Oh, thank you. Thanks for coming over.
Hi, my name is Ashton Marcus. I'm with KUCI 88.9 FM in Irvine. I'm here with
John Bunzel. I'm the playwright of Boxing Lessons.
So, question, why did you decide to write this piece anyway?
So, I wanted to write a new play. and I wanted to write something that dealt with the passing of my parents, because I had a lot of mixed feelings about that, and how am I going to express what I'm feeling, deep inside. So I kept working to try to find a real fictional way and a creative way into dealing with my feelings. So I wanted to write a comedy, and it took many years, and I had to throw away the first draft to get to this draft, and then during rehearsal I rewrote it again, and I'm really proud of what we achieved, because I think the play works on a lot of different levels.
Yeah, I really loved it. Basically, it's a really dark comedy, but it's about a lot of mess. It's like, if I died, all my skeletons, all the dysfunction will all of a sudden come out, and I'm thinking, I'm just thank God that I'm dead right now.
Right, and you can't really talk in a lot of detail about what happens in the play, because you're going to spoil, right, for people going to see it. But there definitely is a cascade of secrets that get revealed in the play, right, that are set in motion by somebody dying. And what we really found, I think, in the play was the right rhythm to reveal these secrets throughout the play. And it just one after another. And the actors were, so willing to work on the play and find all that together as a group. And I'm thrilled with what happened.
Yeah, I agree, because you gave your actors a lot of room to play with.
I did.
Because each character can be themselves a story, and be a really dramatic story.
Oh,
and if they didn't do it right, it could have been messy. But it was messy. But it was actually a neat mess. You know what I mean?
Right. No, and I think that with this type of play, when you're doing a dark comedy, right, which I describe as a tragedy that's funny, right, you have to walk a tightrope on the play, right? You have to be very careful of not getting too dark too soon with the play, because then it stops being funny. So what they found was that right tone, I think, to the play, where we're able to laugh at it, but also we're being somehow affected emotionally by the play and by the dramatic through line that's happening in the play. And the genre is so fascinating in that way to me. It works on so many levels.
Okay, well, I really enjoyed it. And a comedy, it's really hard to get a really good comedy out there, especially a really good dark comedy. I think you did a fantastic job writing it. Yeah, so thank you very much for being on the show.
Thank you, my pleasure.
Hi, my name is Ashton Marcus. I'm with KUCI 88.9 FM in Irvine, and I'm here with...
My name is Luke McClure. I play the role of Ned in Boxing Lessons. Come and see the show, Boxing Lessons. It's a dark comedy written by John Bunzel, and it's absolutely hilarious, I hope.
And which character do you play?
I play Ned. Ned's the kind of character that strikes me as someone who's very scarred, has had a tough upbringing, even though it was in the lap of luxury, surrounded by wealth and a lot of sophistication. He's taken a long time to recover from trauma, and in a sense, the only way to do that was to kind of ignore and repress all of his darker memories. So this play for Ned is really a confrontation of the child self and the child traumas, and he kind of overcomes a lot of the blockages that were keeping him from being a fully grown adult. Yeah.
You remind me a lot of Neil Patrick Harris. Has anyone ever told you that?
That's so funny. I can see why you would say that in this character. I can see why you say that. No, I haven't gotten that before. That's so funny.
Yeah, if my viewers decide to come out and see this piece, what should they expect to see?
So I think hopefully if we do the job right, expect to see something that's really refreshing and unusual, biting at times, hilarious, and also has moments that are a little bit more introspective and quiet and a fun ride.
I thought it was a really good dark comedy. You guys had fantastic comic timing, but also it's kind of like, it's a thought of basically what a person's life would be after they passed away. All their stuff just gets exposed. You know what I mean? All the hidden secrets, all the skeletons in the closet just come out. That's what it is.
You're right. That's actually terrifying. It's true. It does make you want to reconsider what you are leaving behind, whether it's online or in your closets. I think that's absolutely true. Yeah, maybe I should go home and Marie Kondo my place, clean it all out.
Okay. I really love the performance tonight. I loved your performance also.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much for being on the show.
Thank you very much for coming to see the play.
Hi, my name is Ashton Marcus. I'm with KUCI 88.9 FM in Irvine, and I'm here with...
Susan Wilder. We're here at Boxing Lessons, which is a crazy, crazy play about dysfunctional families, and I seem to specialize in really bad mothers. Fortunately, my son knows his pretend.
Great, and which character do you play?
I play Meg, the really bad mother.
Yeah. What's your take on Meg?
She's right. Everything she says is right. Everybody else is wrong.
Actually, I loved your character because it basically you're not this mother who's like two-dimensional, who's like Mary Poppins. You're a real decent mother who basically just has a really hard time being a mother.
Thank you for understanding.
Yeah, well, I'm married, that's why.
Thank you.
If my viewers decide to come by and see this piece, what should they expect to see?
Just a lot of outrageous fun. It's all the things that you kind of think but never say, and it just goes a mile a minute, and it's really, really fun. It's just really, really well written.
I agree. This reminds me of what would it be like if I died and all my secrets were exposed, and I was totally embarrassed. I'm thinking, thank God I'm dead already.
That's hysterical. That's hysterical. I love it.
Okay. Well, I love your performance. Thank you very much for being on the show.
Thank you.
Hi, my name is Ashton Marcus. I'm with KCI 88.9 FM in Irvine. And I'm here with
Stephen Howell. You know, I do some things around LA. I was last seen in Finks, and I'm playing Steve in boxing lessons here at the New American Theater. You know, it's really interesting to play Steve. I was really nervous, I think, as anyone would be, to play someone with some sort of disability. And dealing with spectrum disorder is a very interesting thing, but it's really completely opened my mind, and it's really awesome to play a character that really says exactly how he feels.
I'm involved in a lot of charities, and actually, I know of people who are autistic. Well, you are high functioning, but you played him actually very well.
Oh, thank you so much. It means a lot to say that. Someone else told me they knew someone that was on the spectrum, and that they really thought that I hit it on the mark. So that's great to hear. That's the most important thing, is to really bring truth to another person's lifestyle or life.
Yeah, basically, that person just lives in another world. You know, when our world is, you don't say this in public. You don't tell the truth. You say what people want them to believe, or how they want to feel. But the world you live in isn't like that. Your world is actually very truthful.
Yes, and it's really beautiful. I think it's a reminder that we should all take stock in actually being who we are, and stop trying to really please one another so often.
If my viewers decide to come out and see this piece, what should they expect to see?
Oh, you should expect to see a group of people that are all terribly dysfunctional together, but truly have some kind of love for each other, enough to stay in the room.
Yeah, basically it's just a dysfunctional family.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
I think more often than not, people will come and be able to relate to something they see on stage.
Well, I really enjoyed it. It was very dark comedy. You guys had perfect comic timing. And again, it was very humorous, but also kind of, you know what I mean, kind of little mind-opening.
Yeah, that's great to hear. I'm glad to hear you say that, and hopefully people will keep coming out and have the same experience.
All right, thank you once again for being on the show. I really loved your performance.
Oh, thank you so much. Glad to be there.
Hi, my name is Ashton Marcus. I'm with KCI 88.9 FM in Irvine. And I'm here with...
Hi, Eve Danzeisen. I'm playing Judy in boxing lessons, and this was our opening night, and it's been very exciting. Judy is in a desperate situation, and this family has not seen each other for a very long time, and so I think that at the top it's very exciting, it's very hopeful. Their father caused them a lot of heartache, but at the end of the day, hopefully he's going to leave them a lot of money, me specifically, and everything else sort of pops up throughout the show that takes me off my track, takes me off my desires and what my intentions are, and everything I have planned out. I have to deal with the family, and so the story sort of goes a different direction. But I think hopefully at the end of the day, the whole experience is pretty cathartic, and the family can come to some sort of brighter side after all of this trouble in the cabin.
You played your character a little understated, because in a cast like this, you could have really came out, started really whining, but again, you understated it. I think it kind of worked a little bit for you.
Oh, yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, well, I think that in this family, somebody has to keep it together, because that's going to help me at the end of the day make sure I get my money. If we don't have any resolution about the will, we're going to be in court for a long time and everything's going to be drawn out. I think ultimately I just want to move on, but of course you have to go through hell before that can happen. But that's interesting that that the understatement works well. I'm glad to hear it because I think that this family's pretty big.
Boxing Lessons will be playing at the New American Theater from April 26th to June 2nd. For more information, go to www.newamericantheater.com.